Right then, everybody, it is lovely to see you here. This is Samantha Jane. This is my Aligned for Success. So the purpose of this session, if you are new, just to introduce, I am a spiritual coach. I've said it, there you go. I am a spiritual coach. And the way that I coach business owners is to work spiritually within their business. What does that mean? It means I teach my business coaching clients to work with planetary influences instead of against them. And I also bring in mindset work, um, in both in yourself, in your business, and in your client work as well. Because on the whole, business means you have clients, some form or another, whether you're selling a product or a service. So I bring all of that in to help you master yourself spiritually so that you're working with the energies instead of against them. And then I'm also going to share key dates with you that you need to be utilizing through the month of July to get the best out of your business. If you haven't got a pen and a notebook, you want to grab one. Because especially if I say something to you today in this session that kind of resonates, or I don't know, you goosebump, or you think, oh, or you have a light bulb moment, or you click an idea for creativity, because July is a month of creativity. Right then, let us begin. So we are heading into the month of July. Now, this is a month which centers around finding balance between heart and mind, so emotion and thought and practicality and all of that kind of thing. It is a month to remind us to celebrate every moment. So please, please, please make sure in your stuff, in your business, that you are doing exactly that. You are celebrating. I always say it, you've got to celebrate the little wins if you want to attract a big win in business. So don't be shy in celebrating. Make those celebrations about your clients, not about yourselves. As always, I say, show up, don't show off. Yeah, show up and shine, not show up and show off. It is about who you are working with in your businesses. And a lot of this month is going to be about that, okay? Now, we have got a lot of emotion coming in. We have got a lot of issues related to family and home and emotions. So if that is where your client pool sits, you should be busy this month, but that is what you need to connect with. So no matter what you are selling, as I always say to you, people buy emotion. They do not buy the product, the item, whatever. People buy people, and people buy emotion. So this month is massively powered up for you to be selling and serving. If you don't like the word selling, replace it with serving. This is a month to be serving and selling emotionally to your community, to your tribe, to your client base, whichever title you wish to slap on them. So they are going to need to feel part of something. When we have a family and a home vibration coming up in business, it is about feeling part of something. So if you run a support group, if you do business through a Facebook group, that is where you need to really be connecting with your tribe, remembering that they want to feel part of something. Does that make sense? Let me know. And as I say, if you have any questions through this, please drop them into the chat box on the side. So people may be sensitive, so there is a need to watch how you do things, how you express things. But in fact, this is how it is now going to be for the rest of the year. All right, this sensitivity, this protective energy, this feeling of home and connection and belonging that people require. Okay, so numerology wise, because I blend the numerology, the astrology, the tarot, you get it from every angle, and I look at how it is all working together so that you don't have to. So this month it is a number 7. Okay, now that is about spirituality. So perfect for someone like me working in that spiritual field. It's also about the pursuit of purpose. So again, perfect for me because I'm a big believer in the power of connecting with your purpose vibe, your purpose in life. Okay, So people will be looking at whether their beliefs and their actions match. All right. So you need to do that with yourself as well. Check that your actions represent your beliefs about business, your purpose, your passion, whatever, and check that vice versa, you have got that belief behind the actions you take. Otherwise, what you're going to have is imposter syndrome this month. All right. If you do not believe in what you are doing or what you are selling, you are going to have issues this month in business. It is about aligning with purpose, aligning emotionally and mentally with purpose. Now, the number 3 comes into play this month as well, and this is about focusing on hard work and creativity. So I'm not going to say it's going to be an easy month, but it's about applying hard work to your pursuit of purpose, doing the things that you feel you're put here to do, helping the people you choose to help, to serve, whatever, all right, and being creative within it. If your work, your business is a creative one, then it's going to be a cracking time for you because everything is there. So how does creativity show up in your business? It shows up in your writing. It shows up in your content, your blog posts, your articles, your emails, all of that. Be creative, yeah? Work hard and getting that creative energy to really flow in the words that you use in your social media and your dialogue in business, because it's really key. It's key any month, but it's really, really key this month, and it's all aligning for you. So again, this month is all about businesses that are about serving others. So even if you sell a product, I would say take your mindset off the product and put it on the emotional attachment to the product and how you serve others. Yeah. How will people feel if they buy your stuff? Yeah. Does that make sense? That's your go-to for this month. And in fact, the rest of the year, but very much this month. That is what you need to be reminding yourselves, that people buy emotion. So celebrate your successes. Know that if you're working hard in your business and your business is what you're put here to do, then that hard work is going to lead to expertise. This is a month to lead. This is a month to be an expert in what you do. All right. But act with grace and dignity as well. And the focus needs to be serving others, as always, not making money. Money is a byproduct of what you do. Now, the emotions that people are going to potentially be struggling with this month are anxiety, nervous tension, yeah, panic energy, which is fear, aggression, and impatience as well. All right. And the inability, this delay on making decisions. So people will struggle with making decisions this month because of their emotion state. Does that make sense? Drop me a comment in chat if that makes sense to you, please. Okay. But they're also going to want to be rebelling against authority. People will have really had enough this month. I think that in part that's because we're going into holiday season. Okay, cool. That is making sense. All right, so just be aware of that. So what is kicking in? Okay, well, straight away on the 3rd of July is a day where you need to be emailing your list. Email your list. And the business development, if you're in my success coaching, the business development session this month is going to be on that all-important list building. That is what we are focusing on. Okay, so that is the day, you know, that is on the 3rd. July the 3rd is about building your list and using all those emotions that I have just talked about, yeah, to sell what you do. But it is not a time to be selling or starting something new. Instead, the focus needs to be on connecting with your audience emotionally. Okay, so find an area of people's lives that you work within, just connect to their emotions. Yeah, it may be body image, Sarah. Yeah, but you know the emotion attached to body image. You can write beautifully, Sarah, can't you, around this season? Yeah, this transit, I mean. Yeah, so think of it that way. Okay, so you need to be different. You need to, as in you need to be yourself. That's what's different. Don't be doing these cookie cutter approaches to doing business. Don't cut and paste someone else's email script and then stick your name at the bottom of it. That isn't going to work, because authenticity will rule. Because authenticity allows us to connect emotionally, totally subconscious, but that's what your clients are buying into. Does that make sense, lovelies? Drop me a comment. So there is a need to express. If you've got a crazy fun side, express it. Be you. Yeah, and be inventive and creative in how you express yourself and connect emotionally to your audience, especially around the 3rd. But again, I'm going to say for the whole of the month of July. Okay. Now, the 9th, we have a new moon coming in. So some people may have issues around money. So just be mindful of your money, stay on top of your money in July and the build up, obviously, from now until the 9th of July. Make sure you're on top of your money aspect. Make sure people are paying you. Chase your invoices. Kick ass. Know your self-worth. You're only going to have issues with this if you've got self-worth issues. If you can't chase your invoices that are outstanding, you have a self-worth issue within your business. Okay, talk to me about that. Let's sort that. Okay, so it is also but the new moon is about partnerships and working together. So this is a great time to form collaborations. July the 9th is a great day for networking, forming collaborations and helping and supporting people, but also helping and accepting help and support and offers to network, etc. on that date. Does that make sense? Okay. So, and it's also time to really use your intuition to avoid any problems you may get in business. So unexpected opportunities can come in around this time. Use your intuition about whether to take them or not. Yeah. If you experience any setbacks in your business around the 9th, again, use your intuition and opportunity to overcome them. Okay. So this new moon is a good one. This is bringing in positive change and excitement energy and a self-awareness, and also this energy of positive change and working through partnerships as well. Okay, so a team energy. If you run a team, bring your team together to do something on that day. Okay, get the team meeting in, or get the team webinar, sales promo, whatever. Work as a team around the 9th of July. So I keep going to say June because I can't believe we're going into July. All right. So, and get that energy going in your client communication and things like that as well. Now, when we get to the 11th of July, again, you still need to be using your intuition. You need to be very careful of, if you are white knuckling onto the past, onto old job roles, onto old ways of doing business, things like that. Be mindful of that, be aware of that, okay? Because an attachment to the past could block you from achieving some goals in your business around the 11th of July, okay? It is a day for getting those sales in. This is a good day for business and getting sales in. It is a great day to promote something, to do a big one-click to buy offer. Get that out in your email, okay? Get that out on your social media. It's a low ticket sales will work better around that date. But whether you have low ticket or not, I'm still going to say, get it out there and get promoting what you do with a click to buy, an easy click to buy, not a 3-step, 4-step, 6-step process Just click here, buy it here, sign up, enroll, whatever. Let's get you started. That kind of offer needs to go out on the 11th of July. So watch for mine. Don't cut and paste what I put. Is this helping you so far? Are you feeling pumped and ready to do business? Let me know. Drop me a comment. So July the 15th, there is an energy coming in where we have to watch self-destructive behavior. So if you go into I can't be asked mode in your work, in your business, you need to kick ass. So if you are one of my coaching clients, be warned if you're booked in on that day. Don't change it though. It will be a powerful day. But it is about self-discovery, you see. And in the self-discovery sits around destructive behavior. Now, if you work in people with weight issues, let's say, obviously the self-destructive behavior would be standing in front of the fridge and eating half of it, wouldn't it? Let's be honest, when you know you shouldn't, okay? So keep that in mind for your marketing and things like that around the 15th. I'm trying to think of some other objects. If you're working with clients with time management issues, then again, that's the self-destructive thing. If you are dragging your heels about doing what you need to do in your business, you may become aware of it on the 15th. That's the day to kick your ass and get on. That may interlink with that energy of not wanting to change how you do business. You're wanting to hold on to the old ways or the old roles that you have done. Okay. Now, around this time, you may feel this desire to work in community projects. Now, again, that could just be your tribe and your organization or whatever, your team, all of that. Or what it could be is that you actually decide that you want to do some charity work or fundraising or something like that. Just be mindful that if you are running a raffle or anything like that, a raffle, an auction, whatever, it is classed as gambling and you need a gambling license to hold it. I'm reading a lot of things at the moment that they are going around social media and pulling businesses up on this, and it's a 12K fine, right? Even if you're doing it for charity and you are not making money, if you are raffling or auctioning without the gambling license, you will be shut down unless you've got 12K to throw away. All right, so just be warned about that when it comes to that charity work and stuff like that. Be very, very careful. Now, what happens around this time, I love the energy that's going to come in on the 15th, because how this transmutes into businesses, you really should be becoming aware of your position in the world as a business leader. All right, you're really going to become aware of yourself, your leadership, your powerfulness, all of that. And you're also going to realize that it is really important for you to achieve your goals and dreams in order to lead your business community or help your business community or help that charity, help that community project, whatever it is. You need to take the reins and you need to power forward from the 15th for your own success story. Because if you can't do that, you can't give. All right, so write that down. That is the date that I would love you to set some goals in your business to manifest through July and the rest of the year. Set the goals for the end, what you're going to achieve over what would it be, the next 6 months, let's say, 5, 6 months. Set those goals on the 15th. Use those energies to power up those visions and what you want to achieve. It is also a great day to launch something that meets the needs of your audience on that emotion stuff we're talking about, on that desire for success, on that desire for purpose. Yeah, it's powerful for that. That is a great day to launch something. It is also a great day for a webinar around those subjects as well. Now, if you have a long sales cycle, because I do on some of my coaching, I have a long sales cycle because of the emotion that people have to show up and, how can I put it? You know, my karmic cleanse people have to walk in here and tell me their deepest, darkest. So that requires a longer, what we call a longer sales cycle, because I have to build a relationship with those clients. They have to trust me before they can come to me. Does that make sense? Even though if half the time I've never met them before. So some of my work is classed as that. Now, this date, the 15th, if that is you and you have a long sales cycle, the 15th is a day to reach back out and reconnect and follow up and close those deals or those contracts, if that's how you work in your business. Yeah, it's about doing those things. Now, it may be that you're on a business deal, yeah, to start something, to sign a contract, to start something. It may be those as well. Okay. Now, our spiritual self is key. And I love this for my tribe, because our spiritual self is absolutely key around this time as well. And what we're going to really recognize, or you should, if you've been paying attention over the rest of this year while I've been doing this work, you should, around this time, if you haven't already, or just if you have, then you're going to truly click to a whole new level, that being your spiritual self and not sacrificing that, or your own needs, your own financial goals, your own wants and desires, does not stop you from success. In fact, it enables you to work harder and achieve success, because you are staying true to yourself. Your path to success will be helped by that strong self-belief I instill in you all, hopefully. I hope I do. And that strong belief in your business, in your own spirituality, whatever that may be, your strong belief in the work you are doing, and using your intuition and using business strategy to get there, because you will realize there is nothing wrong with that. In fact, it is absolutely bang on. So I suspect a lot of you are going to start to see results around this time that make you click, this is the way to do life. Yeah, this is the way to do business. This is the way to do life, and you don't need to sacrifice. So, for example, one of my clients asked me last week, in fact, I've had two recently, about having to, I think I give people the impression of that they have to come to me for coaching and be push, 24/7 and blah, blah, blah. It's not true. It's not true. What I want you to do is build your own vision of success. If your vision of success is working 3 days a week, fine, not a problem. But in those 3 days a week, you're going to work. You're going to hustle with heart, and you're going to work. Make sense? I don't work 6 days a week. I did pre-lockdowns. I don't. I work. What do I work? I do 3 full days, and I do one what I call a half day. And then I have in terms of client work, and then I have a half day for admin. So I'm only actually working 4 days a week. Okay. I had to stop white knuckling onto this perception, I think that's the right word, that therapists, healers, service-based people need to work Saturdays to do business, need to work every evening to do business. Yeah, it just isn't true. All right, you can change how you play the game, you can change how you do business, but you have to, what we call, feel that fear of losing half your business if you give up those times. Feel that fear and do it anyway, and allow your business and your clientele to adjust. Does that help anyone today? Let me know. All right, so make sure that you are doing success your way this month. That's what I'm trying to get across to you massively. And around the 15th, I do feel that a lot of people will have light bulb moments about that as well. Okay, it is a fantastic time for artistic and creative talents to start new projects as well. Okay, if you are a spiritual teacher or you teach as part of your work, this is a good time as well, because people will be wanting to learn things to do with personal growth. Yeah, they want to develop something. So even Cheryl, if you were teaching your sewing, for example, or something like that, you might think, well, how's that spiritual growth? It is, because it instills a sense of success and achievement in people. Spiritual, personal, to me is a very merged thing. Yeah. So even then, that could help you. You know, fee for your business, I would be saying to you around this time, you need to see, or I would be encouraging your Tiddler tribe that it's about developing and learning personal skills, social skills, friendship skills, to make them feel part of something this month, because it's fucking huge. Whether you are 22 or 72. I bang on about my dad a lot at the moment because he's massive in my life. I cannot tell you the difference for him, as good as living in our house now. I feel guilty. I feel guilty, as in, we should have done this fucking years ago, and I shouldn't have been worrying about upsetting my mother, who's pissed off anyway because she's pissed off with me. You know, there you go. 6 months, she'll be back. We do this every 3 years. You know, so, you know, even in your own life, I'm talking business today, but it's in your own life as well. Yeah, and look for that and see that if you have children, etc., etc. But like I say, Fee, I would actually spend this month really connecting with that need to be part of something. I worked with someone this week who talked about feeling alone in spite of having family, etc. Oh God, do I get that? I come from a massive, massive Midlands family. You know, if I walk in a pub in certain parts of Black Country, probably every other fucker is a relative. Let's be honest. And I could start a fight there and 50 people would get up behind me. Yeah? Do I hear from any of them fuckers? No. No. All right. Do you know why that is? Because I'm going to be a bitch now. They're small-minded. They are small-minded. They have lived where they live since the day they were fucking born. So they have no connection to who I am or how I live, and that's not my downfall. It's not. But you have to accept sometimes that even your own family don't get you. So you have to create your own family that do. Does that make sense to you? Okay. Now I share that to give you insight into what will be coming up in your clients. As I say, whether they're 2, 42 or 72, your clients are going to get this. So, you know, Cheryl, this is a great month for you to push if you've got a group on Facebook, like a sewing club, a creative club. And we've got a Clubhouse thing today about this as well. So please come and join us on Clubhouse. I've got another lady who's a massive creator coming into that, talking about getting creativity back out there. All right, if you're into creativity. So yeah, I just share these things. I dig deep personally, share my stuff. I keep quiet, but it's like that. This is what will come up for me this month. I get ugly, yeah. Yes, hands up, I'll own it before it even kicks in. This is the joy of being me. I know what I'm about to deal with. Yeah, but it gives me an indicator of what my clients are going to as well, and that's why I'm sharing it with you all today. Now Fiona, who is in PR, is hoping to get in here quickly. She's on a call at the moment, but I know she'll watch on replay. And it is, you know, again, in communication and stories and things like that, don't be frightened. She would agree. Don't be frightened to share those personal stories to connect in what you are doing. Okay. And obviously, Fee, with your project, I know you are serving children, but you're selling to parents. And you know, my experience of working with children, especially children with special needs, is that parents are terrified of their children not being accepted and not being included. I actually, to be honest with you, I think the parents have more hang up on that than the children, because autistic children actually don't give a fuck a lot of the time. A lot of the time. All right, I think it sits more with the parent than it does the child. So I hope I help you a little bit with that today, lovely. So yeah, that is, as I say, that is the 15th. Okay, when we get to the 18th, it's about confidence and accomplishing things. So I want you to go out there and get shit done. All right. When we jump to the 21st, this is a time to be humble, to be be modest, be humble, but also be spontaneous. Sometimes that spontaneity comes from an intuitive need to do something, so pay attention to that, especially in business. Now, when we jump to the 22nd, this is not a good day for sales. Okay, so don't set yourself up for failure by sending out a sales post and placing an expectation. You should never do that anyway on anything. Send that. Lose the expectation on that sales post, that sales email. But on the 22nd, actually, I would say to you, don't do business meetings. Don't network. Don't sit and have a team meeting or whatever it is you may do. Do you know what? That is a day to actually work alone, to disconnect in order to connect, and allow your intuition to show you where to go next. All right, so make some time for time out on the 22nd. I need to go and look in my schedule. I bet I'm booked solid. But you know, a day to meditate, a day to walk around with a notepad and a pen and sit and drink coffee and watch the world go by, things like that. Yeah, just disconnect. Day to work alone and listen to your intuitive and not be led by external forces and factors. All right. 23rd is the full moon. Okay. You may feel quite irritated with people around this, so be very careful. Again, that self-worth and money can flag up then as well. So again, on the 23rd, check you're up to date with your invoices, check everyone has paid their bills, blah, blah, blah. But the positive is this energy brings in this confidence and this ambition energy and feeling brave. So again, get out there, but you need to have self-control. It needs to be in balance so you don't irritate people who are struggling. Make sense? Okay, so it is the way to get the best out of that energy is to take a look at your goals list and ask yourself, are they realistic? Do you have too many goals? Are your goals greed-based? Are you overestimating your abilities and your resources? And are you actually presenting yourself in a leader in your industry? On that day, that is a day to, try to attract new clients. And are you ready for this, Yvonne? You need to go live on that day. We all do. Because it's actually doing a live event, even if it's 20 seconds, or 2 minutes, doing a live event is the best way to generate sales, connecting with new clients on that day. But you must present yourself as a leader in that live. Share something knowledgeable. That's how you present yourself as a leader. So you teach without preaching and without them even realizing you've just taught them something. It could, you know, but at the same time, it could be tips. You could share one of your, you know, best tips. You know, it's like how I control my weight is I fast. I've done it before it became a thing. Should have fucking tapped into it and launched that, shouldn't I? Jesus Christ. People are now making millions telling you how to starve yourself. That's the bottom line. But I fast. You know, I fast 3 days a week. You know, but you know, my tip on that, how I managed to do, and I do 24-hour fasting. How I managed to do that is I water fast. Yeah, that's how I do that. Okay, and I'm not stupid. I sleep through a lot of it as well. You don't start it at 7 o'clock in the morning. You start it at 7 o'clock at night, and you sleep through a lot of those hours. Come on, don't be stupid. Can't think about food when you're sleeping. All right. So just, you know, you can make it fun is what I'm trying to say. You could just drip feed a little bit of knowledge that shows you a little bit of expertise in what you're doing. All right. Does that make sense? There's all sorts of ways that you can play with this. There really, really is. Okay. So that is around the 23rd. Now that I say around the 23rd, but that actually stays with us till the 8th of August, which is the new moon in August. I will talk about next month. Okay, so those over those 2 weeks, make sure in your marketing strategy, your business strategy, that you are doing those kind of posts if you want to get ahead with new clients. All right. 27th. Use your words, use your language to motivate and inspire others to fight for their dreams, their goals, what they want, but be authentic within it. All right. It is a day to have fun. It is a day I want you all to feel proud of how your month has gone. And it is again a day to achieve and accomplish things. All right. The 28th, told you I've got a lot going on this month. The 28th, do you know what? This is the day to book off. Or at least a day to be in your office, doing your planning for the next month, doing your accounts, getting your invoices out, getting shit together, getting organized, getting ahead of the game for August. And check that your systems are working, check your email automation is working, check all of these things that your booking system is working. I remember once I had it randomly for some reason decide I was on holiday for 2 weeks. I wondered why the hell I was so quiet because no one could book in. Just check there isn't some glitches like that going on. And then when you get to the 29th, this is a day to be organized, to be very productive, to use common sense, to solve practical problems, whether they are yours or other people's. You might struggle to make quick decisions. Don't worry about that. That's just planetary, just make sure everything is in order before you make the decision. You may find that is a day where you decide to outsource. Yeah, I do a lot of outsourcing. You know, I outsource my accounts, my cleaning. Tip for you, get your house cleaned as well, get him to put it through his office cleaning. They ain't gonna say no, lovelies. It's business. Business is a business. All right, outsource your cleaning. First thing that should go. So I outsource accounts. I outsource, well, cleaning. Oh my God, what else do I outsource? I have a VA, so I outsource admin, all sorts of stuff like that. If you're looking for a VA, reach out to me. I outsource some of my social media, some of my email, and all sorts of stuff, right? So, you know, if you are outsourcing, you are powering up, you are leveling up. Okay, so don't always look at the money, look at what you can achieve if you're not doing those things. Because again, on the 29th, productivity, dedication to work, common sense, and solving practical problems. Okay, so, you know, what happens is around the 29th is that you may find yourself dealing with control issues. Now, when we have our own businesses, especially in the early days, We feel the need to control and do every single thing. Yeah. And like I say, outsourcing, delegating, whatever you want to call it, we have to let go, don't we, Fee? I had to coach you through that process. We have to let go. Yeah. And just trust and have faith. We know we can step back in whenever we need to. I outsourced my website. Yeah, fuck me, that took me 18 years to be able to do. That was my real thing, you know, because I constantly shift and change it. Yeah. And again, if you need website where he then allows you to have all the logins and control it, and you pay him £15 a month just when you can't work out how the fuck to do it, or when you fucked it, then let me know. I will put you in touch with my IT. You think I was on commission today? I'm not. But you know, it's really important to recognize that leveling up will require you to delegate at some point. All right then, lovely. Shall we switch to the tarot and just get a little bit more insight? And then I will open up for Q&A. So drop a comment for me if this is helping you. Ah, first day of summer holidays, is it? You mean when the kids break up, say 22nd of Jan? Cool. We like that. Do you know what? I just had a vision, Fee, of all your kids celebrating life in a field, writing a wish, cosmic order, a wish, or a thankful thing, attitude, gratitude statement on a piece of paper, tying it on a balloon and sending it up. Oh, I like that. Anyway, just thought I'd share. I digress. End the year thankful that we survived the freaking year, right? Right then. But you know what? I keep telling everyone, if you're still in business after the last 14 months, that's something to celebrate. Honest to God, it is something to celebrate. No matter how small, even if you only got one client, I don't give a shit. You're still in business, and that's amazing. All right. You do need to watch your energy levels and know when to rest and when to play, when to work, I should say, this month. Okay, so just be aware of that. Messages, communication, breathing new life into your communication is key. But what is really, really key is I got the Page of Cups here. It's about putting emotion into your communication. You have to self-serve emotionally this month if you want success, no matter what you do. Big changes are possible through actions taken, but that is a good thing. Get out of the way, let that change come in. There is again a need to make sure everything is flowing and working together, and your business or aspects of your business aren't working against each other, if you understand what I mean by that. Yeah, make sure it is flowing. Okay, massive abundance is possible. Massive abundance. So make sure you do set a financial goal, yeah, but then focus on the service. Okay, and again, you need to be brave in your connections. Reach out to people. Reach out to people. Yeah, make those connections, because this month is very much about connecting emotionally and working with the right people. Do you want to unmute yourself? Let's go to Q&A if anyone has a question. But yeah, this is a powerful month. It's a powerful month in business if you know how to play emotion, as it were, and not get lost in your own emotion and use it as a justification to distract you from doing what you need to do. So any questions? Any questions? Drop me, shout out now. I can hear you all if you've unmuted. Any questions today?
I love your little idea of the children writing a little wish in a balloon, but environmentally I can't really put balloons, but we do campfires.
Yeah.
And that'd be really nice, just to, like, instead of campfire being a negative thing, of being it like, you know, watching them here, and then all the flame nymphs like puts the wish up into the atmosphere. Yeah. And that would be lovely. Yeah. Thank you. I'll do that.
No problem.
I've got a top tip if anybody wants to. It's something I'm going to do. If anybody also wants to do this, is I've just started looking into social prescribing.
Right, okay.
Do you know what that is?
Explain yourself.
The social prescribing now is where GPs they have like a link worker that they can prescribe our kind of services as a way to bring people out of isolation, to feel less isolated. So in all of our different little areas everyone does, I'm just delving into that at the moment, and NHS England have come back to me and said, yeah, it's all sort of local stuff, but there's certain tick boxes you have to do. But for me, as I'm launching adult stuff more, then I think that'll be an amazing thing for me to do. And I think we can all be involved in that, in a sense of abundance. You know, we can all do that.
Absolutely, absolutely. No, and it is always good to reach out to these you know, projects, groups, etc., where there is a common ground. And you know, and it's, you know, even if, you know, it's a product, you know, you still need to market it as well-being, because it has a feel-good factor. Yeah. And even like the colors you use and things like that, believe it or not, can play a part in that. You know, you'll never see a healing space that's red. Yeah, I have walked into one and I thought, Christ, you don't get it at all, love. Yeah, you know, there's a reason for everything, and you know, it's bringing all of that wellness together some way, somehow, so that whatever you do, you're promoting wellness, whether it's weight loss, whether it's products, whether it's an activity, whether it's hypno healing, dancing, singing, writing. You know, it's all creativity this month, and that's what's key, is for you to be creative this month in how you get your messages out there. Make sense? Jenny and Sarah, you're newbies today. Has that helped you, do you feel? You'll have to unmute.
Definitely helped me with like I've just put in my message, you know, most of the time I'm just like, oh, today I'm seeing so many clients and I don't plan enough for like things that perhaps you've mentioned, you know, like you've said, certain days we ought to be just doing emails and being creative. So I think I'm going to have to be more aware of maybe planning certain things rather than just, you know, winging it. Yeah, that's what I do.
And that's what these sessions are. Although that it's astrology and energy based, what I'm showing people is how to have a different kind of business strategy. Yeah, that connects emotionally and energetically with your clients, because that's how business is done. Yeah, that's how business is done. Doesn't matter what.
With like our business, you know, there is a lot more emotion attached to what we do. I don't know what Jenny thinks, you know, but you know, I definitely think it is not just about how people want to look, it is that emotion.
Yeah, because when it comes to weight loss, the client will buy the result that they believe they will get 100%, but it will be an emotion that makes them buy that product. And it will actually be their emotion state that determines whether or not they succeed.
Yeah.
It's in anything, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And does it matter? Does it really matter? Because if there's a part of them that thinks it doesn't matter, then they won't get there.
No. Yeah.
Did you see Sarah's stuff yesterday? I did an interview last night with her as well for my stuff. Did you see Sarah, who had coached in purpose?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I'm so proud of her. It's fucking amazing. but you know, so it shows you, you know.
The naked lady with the thingy. That's amazing.
Yeah.
What transformation?
Yeah, one of my coach clients. But yeah, she's just finished she did karmic and then she did purpose coaching, see? And look what happened. And that happened before she'd even finished the purpose coaching. She got that gig.
Brilliant.
But she bared all. And I cannot tell you how massive that was for her to bear everything. Because what I had to deal with as well, Sarah, is she has, don't mind me sharing this, she freely admits it. She came to me because she has like body, what's it called, dysmorphia or whatever? Yeah, in her mind, she still thinks she's the big person. Well, she did. She doesn't now, but she did. So she was still making choices from the 21 stone, and she's only 5'6", 5'8", something like that, 21 stone person, not the 9 stone person. So anything is possible. Yeah, but again, I'm just sharing that to show that if you get that emotion connection with your business this month, that's where everyone is going to be sitting with. Yeah, don't see it as selling, see it as serving. That's what we do. So any questions before I finish? Yeah.
You mentioned that 22nd was a day, not a good day for sales. I was going to run my relaxation course that night, so maybe that's not a good idea.
But people will have already booked on it, won't they?
Yeah, actually they will have done, yeah.
Yeah. So I would say to you, it's not a day to sell something.
No, okay. But to do it is okay, right?
But to do it is okay. So, for example, if you're running it with the thing is that you are then on that day going to try to upsell them into one-to-one, yeah, it may not work. You should never place an expectation anyway.
No, I don't. Yeah, no, I don't. It's my sessions are purely for relaxation. It's to give something back to those people that can't afford one-to-ones. So
yeah, cool. Yeah. So yeah, still go ahead, but it's you know, if you send out a last minute click to buy sale on it, you might not get perhaps the response you want, the impulsive response that you want.
Yeah,
but that's okay. But that's okay. All right. So yeah, don't change the date. Don't change the date. But yeah, still go ahead, but just don't have. So I'm just switch my bloody phone on. But don't have expectations either.
Yeah, that's fine. Like you say, the sale should have been made before that anyway. So
yeah, exactly. And it's like, so if you're doing a timed sale, don't have that date as the last day.
No.
You know, if it's you can buy this for 48 hours, don't make the last 24 hours that date.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Any other questions? No, you're all fired up and ready for another month. Yeah, brilliant. You will get this as a replay eventually today at some point. I'm booked solid, so it might probably be tomorrow. But enjoy. All right, don't go into fear about all this emotion that's going on. Absolutely got to stay in lane and realize that in business you can ride the waves of this very, very positively. And so just enjoy it and watch for your own emotions taking your eye off the ball. Right, lovelies, have a powerful